Hey, hey, hey. Happy Wednesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, 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 gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer back once again as your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, which I happen to be the grand poobah. Yes, I am the founder and editor-in-chief of The Gaming Gang. So welcome aboard. Tonight is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. This is episode 551 of The Daily Dope. If this is your first time joining me, let me point out, it's just very, very casual. Just hanging around talking about the latest in tabletop gaming news. So we chat about board games, role-playing games, miniatures games, card games, what have you. If we are playing it on your tabletop, we are probably talking about it here on The Daily Dope. So keep in mind, this is not rocket surgery by any stretch of the imagination. Also do want to mention, if you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that notification bell. It'll not only let you know when the Daily Dope streams live, also let you know when I upload other videos as well, such as my recent review of Dungeon Drop, which is from Game Rate, as well as Phase Shift Games. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Also, since this is a live stream, that also means chat is available. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay. But I do my best to pay attention to chat. So if you'd like to say howdy, maybe you got a question, comment, by all means, please chime in. I will do my best to respond. So far, we've got everything kind of cooking in chat. Fingers crossed, we are not going to have a bunch of weird drop frame issues again tonight. Boy, it was very bizarre. So in chat, we have a Gray Day was first out the gate saying howdy to everybody. Cameron F., my friend from high school, Scott Weagle, KB Tibbs, who I believe this is the first time that Mr. Tibbs or Mrs. Tibbs or Miss Tibbs has joined us in chat. Nice. So there you go. A Great A says, they call me Mr. Tibbs. I figured somebody would get that reference as well. All right. So anyway, as I mentioned, last night was very bizarre. For one, we had a lot of people watching live because a lot of people wanted to find out who was going to win my copy of D&D Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden, the alternate art cover. So I believe we had about 80 people watching live last night. So that was pretty cool. What wasn't cool was the we dropping frames again, which was all over the place. And YouTube cut off like the last 6 minutes of the stream. So I'm telling you, it is an issue with YouTube. Not all of it, but it is an issue with YouTube. It is not the first time that they have cut off the stream. And then, of course, I reach out to them and say, hey, could you fix this? I mean, there's been times where I can see in the editing bay, I guess you want to call it, the full-length video. And then you go to watch it, and it's not the full-length video. Just like last night, for about the first 2 hours after the stream finished, the video was only showing like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. was like, what? So it was like 2.5 minutes. I was like, what the hell is going on here? So Kabuki Kid has joined us in chat. Good to see you, Double K, as well as Disavowed 92. I believe Disavowed 92 is another first timer to chat. So welcome aboard. We've got a couple of newbies in chat. Let's make them feel comfortable and welcome. One other item I did want to mention, and if this person does pop up in chat again tonight, I will make sure that I answer their question. Somebody had asked a question last night, and it was kind of funny because in chat it was like, does he answer questions at all? It's like, yeah, I do, but I'm in the midst of doing the news right now. But they did have a question about what I would change if I were running Rime of the Frost Maiden. And I would have answered the question, but as we got to the end of the show, we were getting weird chop all over the place as far as the drop streams. People were getting dumped out of the stream as well. So I was like, I better wrap this up. So, plus, if I had answered the question, it would have gotten cut off by YouTube anyway. All right, so hopefully everybody's having a good Wednesday. Happy hump day. Lousy day for Chicago sports fans. Why I oughta. What can I say, though? I've been a Cubs fan forever, since about 1980. So I don't get all worked up and bent out of shape when they make the playoffs and then make a quick exit out of the playoffs, which they haven't done yet. They haven't done yet. But still, at least they have a winning season. I remember plenty of years we went without any playoff, without even a winning record. So anyway, all right. So Cameron F mentions, hey, he's relatively new to chat as well. Yeah, we tend to try to be fairly welcoming to everybody. So let me grab a quick sip. We will jump on into the news because we got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. I will once again point out what the contest is, because when I mentioned it yesterday, I think we were in the midst of things breaking up. So I even remember, I think it might have been Flaming Huron, who's not in chat tonight yet, who had mentioned, I think the contest is be a subscriber, like the video, something, I don't know. Well, I will explain what that is, and once again, show off what the giveaway is. Plus, I will also mention another special event we'll be doing. Right, let's jump on in, because currently up on Kickstarter is a board game from Pendragon Game Studio. Looks mighty, mighty interesting. It is The Thing, the board game. I've got the dope. The Thing, the board game is a tense cinematic experience for 1 to 8 players based on the eponymous cult film directed in 1982 by the master of movie making, John Carpenter. The game focuses on emulation and assimilation properties of the alien, hiding its identity under a veil of fake humanity. The alien's true objective is to escape from the base, choosing to hide himself, collaborating with humans in order to escape along with them, or revealing his true nature, playing as a monster to assimilate all the team members. On the opposite, the humans must try to survive, maintaining the Outpost 31, choosing the best way to escape between the helicopter, the snowcat, or the rescue team. But more important, to test the team member to reveal the alien. The road to victory is truly hard, but not impossible. Be careful, though. The paranoia of not knowing, hey, wait a second, why do we have that extra Alderac AEG thing popping up? Get out of there. One of these days, I really do have to replace this solid-state drive. The paranoia of not knowing who you really have on your side may cloud your decisions. The Thing is a game that mixes different mechanisms to create an experience that is as faithful as possible to that of the original film. It is a hidden role game in which one player is initially the Thing and the other players are humans. The purpose of the thing is to infect others to prevent the survivors from escaping the base, which can happen 3 different ways, or to try to escape with them by behaving as a human. In addition to these elements, players also have to manage Outpost 31. On the map are the same rooms as seen in the film, and each of these rooms allows players to perform a different action. Human players have to feed themselves and keep the boiler and the generator on to avoid being in the cold and dark. The thing will try to sabotage these places to make life difficult for humans, or not, trying to camouflage itself among the humans and infect them when the perfect opportunity presents itself. The goal of the game designers was to bring the same personal emotions and paranoia that the protagonists of the film experienced to the gaming table. There is a Kickstarter video. It is about 3.5 minutes, a little more than. Why does this keep popping up? What the heck is going on here? I will have to, okay, let's just do this. For crying out loud. There we go. All right. I will mention this video does have some of the gruesome, gory special effects from the film. So you have been warned. So kick back, give it a peek.
100,000 years ago, they found a way to get to our galaxy, landing on our planet. Many years later, the men of the Outpost 31 research base are abruptly interrupted. A strange entity lies hiding in the dog's body. It's something disfigured, never seen before, and extremely dangerous. An alien has been preserved, buried in the ice. And this alien is mysteriously able to assimilate and take on any human form. A battle ensues during the last accusation, before the thing gets bigger and even more destructive, ending Outpost 31. Remember this, man is the warmest place to hide. The Thing, the board game, brings you into the iconic movie shot in 1982. You will take on the role of the iconic protagonists of the movie, immersed in an experience that will make you inhale anxiety and exhale paranoia. The game offers an innovative and intriguing base management. Players will find themselves forced to collaborate with each other, despite a lack of mutual trust. Using the powers specific to each room, players can perform some of the most famous actions in the movie. Repairing the rooms will prevent the base's functionality from being dramatically compromised. But things don't always go exactly as planned, especially if you are among those who will take on the role of the Thing. You will be able to help maintain the base to reduce suspicion cast upon you and try to escape with other human players, or take advantage of the best opportunity to assimilate someone. You will have to be even more careful, because if suspicion falls upon you, the risk of being tested will dramatically increase. What will you do? Will you reveal yourself and play as the Thing openly by trying to assimilate and destroy? The roads leading to victory are full of pitfalls and difficult decisions. But be warned, in the Thing, the board game. Don't trust anyone.
The Thing, the board game, once again, is for 1 to 8 players, ages 14 and up, plays in around 60 to 90 minutes. This Kickstarter project is well past the 500% funding mark. I think it's closer to 6. You can reserve a copy of the game as well as unlocked stretch goals for a $93 pledge through October 14th. Expected delivery is December of 2021. Sweet. Definitely do like the miniatures. I do see Cameron F is mentioning in chat, I want those minis so badly. Yes. I do believe some of the unlocked stretch goals are some of the character miniatures. So you'll have to take a peek. There's a bunch of stuff going on with this Kickstarter. For those of you out there who are wondering, if you don't back the Kickstarter, who would you purchase this through? Because Pendragon Game Studio is a foreign company. They are not here in the U.S. Their games are released through Ares. So Ares Games does release them in North America. So I can't tell you how many copies are going to be out there floating around, but keep your eyes peeled. So this looks like a pretty cool Kickstarter. I know there was some discussion in chat talking about the other board game that's based on The Thing. It is from Mondo Games as well as USAopoly, or I guess now we call them the OP. In fact, it's now only from Mondo. It's no longer from both companies. I did review The Thing Infection at Outpost 31, and we enjoyed it. We really did like it. I was very pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed it, because Mondo at the time was not known for board games. They were known for artwork, poster art, things like that. Pretty cool. It is pretty cool. But this is a completely different game. This is not the same game. All right, Jason Zirkle has popped into chat. How do you do, Jason? Welcome aboard. Let's hope everybody makes it feel welcome here in chat tonight. All right, so let's move right along, because arriving this month from Crowd Games is Enigma Beyond Code. I've got the dope. World War II is ongoing. Germany broadly uses Enigma rotor cipher machines. The breaking of the Enigma code gives the Allies an advantage in the war, but this is just one side of the coin, because the Enigma code is based on chaos, a non-measurable force lurking beyond the boundaries of our world and eager to consume all its flesh. What? Zoinks! The code decryption would stop the chaos invasion into our world. An agency operates in a secret, heavily guarded Victorian mansion somewhere in the London suburbs. It's been opposing the supernatural for centuries. To break the Enigma code, the agency has gathered the world's best deciphers together. You are one of them. Your mission is to break the Enigma code as soon as possible while wandering inside the mansion with an ever-changing layout. At least, you tell others so. In fact, you might pursue completely different goals. Enigma Beyond Code is a game of deduction. Victory depends on your ability to understand the motives of other players and locate the cards you need while keeping others away from the cards they are looking for. Each play takes 5 to 10 minutes, and it's best to play Enigma Beyond Code for up to 3 victories. In the beginning, each player receives a character card featuring a cryptology expert who has arrived at the agency's mansion to break the Enigma code. But only one of them is the true decryptor. The others are just masterfully posing as cryptologists. Each of them has a unique secret mission. To accomplish the missions of their characters, the players view mansion cards in turns. Each of these cards represents a room or an object inside the mansion. The invited experts work as a team, which means that upon looking at a mansion card, you must tell others what is there. You may either lie or tell the truth. That depends on your goals. Lying is always a risk, while telling the truth may allow your opponents to win. The player who first accomplishes their character's mission wins the game. If no one does, within the game's time limit, chaos breaks into our world and all players lose. Enigma Beyond Code is for 1 to 5 players, ages 12 and up, plays in 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, although it also mentions it could take up to 60 minutes. So I'm taking a guess that's probably where you're trying to play like 3 victories. It does carry an MSRP of $30. It's going to hit stores on October 7th. Nice, pretty cool. Although here's the weird thing. They mention World War II. They say, okay, World War II is going on. Germans are using the Enigma code, the Enigma machines. And then suddenly we go off on a supernatural tangent. It's kind of like, okay. It's like, although, like I said, this could be kind of an interesting game. I like the artwork. The artwork looks pretty nice. Talking about another game that might be pretty fun, kind of get a kick out of it. I do like the artwork I've seen of it so far. It also does arrive on October 7th. This is from Smirk and Laughter, which is kind of a division of Smirk and Dagger. It's Cinder, and here's the dope. Are you a dragon looking for companionship? Or just the adventurous type looking to join the exciting dragon dating scene? Cinder is a push your luck dice and card game that allows players to set up a dating profile and then thumb through potential matches, seeing if a given dragon sounds compatible. If so, meet up and say hello, and if that goes well, push your luck and take the next step. You never know, before the date is over, you may just take things to the next level. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The better the dates go, the more love points you earn, but watch out. Just 3 fire will leave you burned, scoreless, and searching for love all over again. Will you be the first of your friends to find love and fulfillment? This is a 30-minute push your luck dice game for 2 to 4 players, where the more compatible you are, the better the odds get of not getting burned. A fun, lighthearted send-up of dating apps like Tinder, with tarot card-sized cards as the app deck, and date locations with special bonuses provided by the Whelp app location deck. Cinder is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, plays in around 30 minutes, and it will carry an MSRP of $29.99 when it arrives next week. Kind of cool. Like I said, it kind of looks fun. Can be kind of funny. I'm granted not for little kids, especially, I think most of us know what Tinder is about. Zoinks! So Kabuki Kid says dragon dating. So weird. Oh, I completely agree. This is kind of a bizarre topic. But, of course, they wanted to... somebody must have come up with an idea. Somebody must have been talking about Tinder. And somebody over at Smirk and Laughter said, oh, yeah, you know what? If it was with dragons, you could call it Cinder. And I bet you they rocked out from there. So Jason says, really heated date. So Kabuki Kid says, did I do mescaline before the news today or something? As in, Kabuki Kid did that, not me. Let's talk about some role-playing game news, because now in stores, arriving this week, is the Agents of Concordia role-playing game. It is the hardcover. It's from Strangewood Studios and Modiphius Entertainment. Here's the dope. Agents of Concordia is a complete action mystery fantasy RPG, presented in a beautiful high-quality format with a serviceable page count of 188. I have no idea why they presented it like that. It's a serviceable page count, everybody, of 188. Why not just say 188 pages, folks? Take the role of an agent traveling between worlds in this action mystery fantasy RPG set in the 1960s you never knew existed. Each player takes the part of a special agent, working within the Concordia Central Intelligence Agency, charged with the safety of the multiverse. As a team, players will investigate different occurrences, try to thwart schemes, and stop threats against the habited worlds. With a myriad of species working with equal parts technology and mysticism, the agents of Concordia are like nothing you've ever seen. The rules for the game are easy to learn and support a lot of stunts, high-octane action, and dynamic character progression. Includes multiple worlds. With a large number of different worlds in the Concord, there are no limits to the variation of missions and adversaries. Play as a 9-foot ogre investigator or a 3-foot marmosetti locksmith. Use mysticism and rituals as well as guns and lab equipment. Travel by gate or ether-fueled rocket car. It's created to be streamlined and fast-paced. The game system is easy to learn and adaptive to all situations. The game is designed to keep page flipping to a minimum during game sessions for maximum velocity role-playing action. There's also a veterancy system, which lets you level up in different situations. If your character is involved in a lot of heists, she will soon be a heist specialist, no matter her additional occupation. This 188-page hardcover carries an MSRP of $55. It does arrive, I think it's in stores right now. You can get the PDF over at Drive-Thru RPG as well. It is available for $19.99. Love the artwork. I have to say, I am really impressed by the artwork for Agents of Concordia. Plus, it does have kind of a cool setting, where it's all these various different, I guess, alternate realities of the 1960s. Sweet. All right, so I see Russell Higgins has popped in. Good to see you, Russell. Thanks for swinging on in to join us tonight. All right, my final news piece. Fainting Goat Games has released a new Savage World supplement. It's available in print and PDF. I've got the dope on Savage Worlds, The After. The After is a setting of savage frontier action. Think The Revenant or Jeremiah Johnson in a sci-fi post-apocalyptic world. Think Annihilation or The Quiet Place. It uses the newly retooled Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. The After is set in the northwestern reaches of the broken North American continent. You play survivors of the shattered human race, trying to rebuild their world after nearly a century of alien predation and war. The destructive invasion of Earth, followed by a terrifying war between rival alien species far more advanced than mankind, has left the Earth a broken version of its former self. Major cities and areas of industrial and military strength have been completely obliterated. Only in the world's most sparsely populated areas have people survived, areas that were ignored by the rampaging alien forces. It is now a world of great change, but also great opportunity, a strange world to explore and to forge a new home in. With the collapse of modern civilization, survivors must return to the old ways, find inspiration and knowledge utilized by frontiersmen and native people who lived and prospered in North America centuries before. New bonds must be formed, new settlements require aid and protection, and the war-ravaged ruins of pre-harvest Earth need to be explored for their knowledge and resources. The war is over, the enemy has gone, reclaim the Earth. You can score the 244-page supplement in hardcover over at Drive-Thru RPG for $55. The PDF is also available for $21.99. Looks interesting. Once again, another RPG that's got some really stellar artwork and a very interesting sort of setting to play in. Funny enough, the Madman, I believe it's Wednesday, so I think this is his gaming Wednesday. This would be right up the Madman's alley because the Madman is a big Savage Worlds fan. So last two items I did mention, the PDFs are available at Drive-Thru RPG, as well as Savage Worlds The After hardcover is available through Drive-Thru RPG. Always like to mention the Daily Dope and the Gaming Gang are affiliated with the One Bookshelf sites. So if you are planning on swinging over to visit, say, Drive-Thru RPG, please stop by thegaminggang.com first, click on one of our banner ads, and that way, if you do happen to make a purchase, I get a little portion of that sale. And all those dimes and quarters and nickels really do add up, really do help keep the Gaming Gang around on a monthly basis, especially for the website. So there's some discussion a little bit about the After. And it's interesting because I thought to myself, it reminded me of the Kevin Costner movie that a lot of people hate, but I personally think it's a lot better than people give it credit for, The Postman. And I thought, yeah, you know, I could see like The Postman, but it's actually, you know, after the alien war. Plus, there's a series of books. I started listening to the audiobook. I actually got the first two audiobooks, and I can't remember the series name, but it is about, yeah, it's like military, right? It's science fiction military, but the Earth was attacked by these aliens who have actually also have other aliens that they're fighting with, and then they end up fighting on the Earth, and then the second group of aliens basically kick the other aliens out, and then they help the Earth men and women go to battle these other aliens. And it turns out, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was pretty interesting. I could see utilizing some of that with the After as well. So Jason says The Postman is a good movie. Cameron says it's a great movie. Kabuki Kid says they have never seen it. Russell Higgins doesn't like it. That's, you know, I just recall seeing it. Just a little side story, right? So I remember I rented the videotape, and I had also heard like bad things about it, but I rented it when it first came out on videotape, and I watched it. And I was like, yeah, that was a lot better than I expected it to be. So my best friend, Elliot Miller, I said, hey, you know what? You should check this out. You should watch it. He watched it, got back to me. He's like, yeah, you know what? That was pretty good. So my brother checked it out. And it's the same thing. He was like, wow, yeah, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. There is a director's cut. I do not recommend the director's cut. I have seen the director's cut, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's like, didn't anybody do any editing on this director's cut? So, Grade A is asking if anyone's seen Snowblind. I have not. I have not seen the movie Snowblind. I'm not familiar with it. All right. So that is it for tonight's news. Once again, let me remind everybody that the new contest is to win this brand spanking new copy of Mariposas from AEG. I did a review of Mariposas not too long ago. In fact, before it came out. So this recently did come out. We really enjoyed it. It is an excellent game for the family. It's very, I don't want to say relaxing, but it's very, it's a pleasant experience, I guess we'll say. It's not a lot of there's really no take that or anything to it, but really, really enjoyed it. If you want to win this copy, a few different things. So this is going to be a YouTube contest. So, and I am taking next week off. I think most people probably heard that last week. I don't know if that was after I cut out or what. But I am going to announce the winner on the 13th. So it will be 2 weeks from yesterday. So in order to win this, okay, number one, if you live in the US, I'm more than happy to send this out to you if you win. If you live outside the US, you would have to pay for shipping. Sorry. I mean, you get the game, but you would have to pay for shipping. It's completely up to you. Anyway, all you got to do is be a subscriber to the Gaming Gang channel. Leave a comment on an episode of the Daily Dope dating from yesterday through the 12th. You don't have to leave a comment on every video. I'm just saying, if you leave a comment, you're in the running. Now, we'll point out, it does help if you give the video a thumbs up too. But I will point out, for every video that you do comment, that gives you an entry into the contest. Basically means more comments on more videos, more chances to win. And once again, I will announce the winner on October 13th. Also do want to mention, I need to take a quick peek here. On October 22nd, that will be the last show before my birthday, which is actually October 24th. It falls on a Saturday this year. So October 22nd, we will have a little celebration-ish kind of thing going on. So I will leave it at that. I don't know. Might be some giveaways. Who knows? Might be prizes. I don't know. Can't tell you. Just letting you know. Mark your calendar. All right. So I see Flaming Huron has swung on into chat tonight. Good to see you, Flaming Huron. So Great A says, happy birthday, Jeff. Not yet. It's almost a month away. And there was some discussion. Isn't Snowblind a song from Styx? Yes, it is. And isn't that James Young singing? It's not Tommy Shaw, and it's not Dennis DeYoung. I saw Styx in concert twice. I saw them for their Paradise Theater tour, and then I also saw them for their, I forget the album. Maybe the album was called Mr. Roboto. I forget. But it is kind of funny because that was like, I want to say that was their last tour. You did kind of feel a little disconnect between Dennis DeYoung and the rest of the band during that Mr. Roboto tour. So, all right, that is it for tonight's show. Pretty quick show tonight. And it looks like did all right as far as some drop frames. Got a little bit, Flaming Huron says, very un-birthday to me. That's correct, because it is not my birthday. But once again, I am going to remind you, no shows next week, but there will be a lot of videos popping up because I got lots of stuff to shoot video. In fact, that's why I'm taking next week off, is to really get a grip on a bunch of stuff that has arrived that should be pretty cool for us to take a look at. And we're gaming all weekend long, so that's going to be pretty cool too. Russell Higgins is asking, is Styx from Chicago? Yes, they were from Chicago. In fact, Dennis DeYoung, who was like one of their two main singers, Tommy Shaw was really their, Dennis DeYoung and Tommy Shaw were the like two lead vocalists. And then there was another guitarist who did some vocals on some stuff. But he was a huge, well, I shouldn't say he was, he's still around. He's a huge White Sox fan. In fact, he wrote a song for the White Sox, something like Go-Go Sox or something. I don't know. I'm not a White Sox fan, so I don't really care. So anyway, all right. That is it for this time out. Once again, if you happen to like this video, please do everybody a favor and give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ring that bell. It'll not only let you know when the Daily Dope streams live, Monday through Thursday nights right here on YouTube. I'll also tell you when I upload other videos as well. So my reviews and interviews and unboxings, first looks, convention coverage when we actually have conventions. Anyway, check those out. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Everybody out there who watched live, thank you very much. We had a good chat going tonight. Had quite a few people hanging out. Like I said, last night blew my mind. We had like 80 live viewers. And usually I think like when Board Game Geek streams live, they usually pull in like 150. So I was like, holy cow. Anyway, everybody out there, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night / Thursday morning. I will be back tomorrow. And of course, as I close out all my videos, unfortunately, here's hoping that you be smart and stay safe. See you tomorrow. Oh, you're still here. Well, once again, thank you very much for watching this video. And of course, if you'd like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel, click right here. And of course, if you want to